YouTube? D4G here. Now let's start this bitch off right, man. This bitch is one of them ones. Now the next fragrance, I done talked about this one too. Now y'all should know about this one by now. Very bright opening, fam. YouTube, D4G here, banging out another video. Hey man, y'all know what's up, man. Today I'm bringing y'all 7 of my top Armaf fragrances. Now this one was suggested to me by one of my subscribers, and he wanted to know what are my top Armaf fragrances that I have. So that's what we're doing today. But before we go into all that, what's up to all my new subscribers out there, man? If you're new, welcome. Over here on this side of YouTube, we like to make sure that you're looking good, smelling good, and feeling good through the art of fragrances. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, as well as the bell notification, so that you can be updated anytime we drop this content. And to all my OG subscribers, man, my A1 since day one. Salute, fam. Hope everything is good with you. Let's get it, man. Now, even though I'm only doing 7, I did feel the need to have at least one honorable mention in there. My honorable mention is gonna be Club de Nuit Intense Man Milestone. Red fruits, violet, white woods, ambroxan, and some vetiver. Not too much to say about this one, man. Red fruits is the most. A little bit of powdery nature. This is a clone of Creed Millésime Imperial. And honestly, for the theme, most of these Armaf fragrances are either going to be clones, twists, inspired by, along those lines. So just know that that's what this is going to be. But yeah, nice one, man. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's just an honorable mention. So starting off with that honorable mention spot, we got Club de Nuit Intense Milestone. Now let's start this bitch off right, man. The first fragrance that we really going to talk about is going to be Hunter Intense by Armaf. Bam! This bitch is one of them ones. Mandarin orange, cardamom, geranium, lavender, pink pepper, cedar, and patchouli. There's gonna be 2 fragrances that come to your mind when you smell this. The first fragrance is gonna be First Instinct Extreme, and that's because it does have a spiciness in the opening. The geranium and lavender are gonna be the 2 main notes that you're gonna get that's gonna remind you of First Instinct Extreme, or sometimes even Dior Sauvage, the EDT version. Mixed with a little bit of pink pepper, you can kind of see where the spiciness aspect of this fragrance is coming. But the second fragrance that you're gonna recognize is gonna be Invictus, the original. And y'all already know how I feel about that. So just think about this. You got a nice First Instinct Extreme mixed with a little bit of Invictus. I would say it's gonna be 60% First Instinct, whereas the 40% is gonna be Invictus. A beautiful spicy citrus opening, and then a woody dry down, cause from that patchouli and cedar that it has in it. But this bitch is a banger, man. Any season, any reason. You can do a lot of shit with this one. I wouldn't dress it up in a suit, but I would still feel comfortable rocking this with a polo, some casual wear. I would even pour this out on date night, fam. This really is one of them ones. Dope fragrance that y'all should pick up, and this one is BOB safe. Starting the list off, Armaf Hunter Intense. Now the next fragrance, I done talked about this one too. Now y'all should know about this one by now, but I know I got some new subs, so I'm gonna put y'all on game right now. The next fragrance is gonna be All You Need Is Love by Armaf. C notes, mandarin orange, lavender, sage, tonka bean, vanilla, and some cedar. The first thing you're gonna recognize in the opening is the aquatic citrus factor that it gives off. That aquaticness is going to be coming from the C notes, and the citrus is mainly going to be from the mandarin orange that you pick up in this fragrance. Now when it's working its way through the mid, you're going to have that nice lavender and sage. Gives it a nice aromatic feeling. It's a nice combination that it gives off. If you smelled Acqua di Gio Absolute, that's what this is, a clone twist inspired by. And then once it's to dry down, it becomes sweet with woody. That sweetness is going to be from the vanilla. That woody is going to be from the cedar. Bruh, another banger, fam. They did their thing with this one. Armaf did good with this twist. And if you were trying to get Acqua di Gio Absolute, you can really go with this one and be fine. Another BOB fragrance that is under that $40 price range. Check it out if you haven't already. All You Need Is Love. Now this next fragrance is gonna be for my business people. My people that normally dress up in a suit and tie every day, looking clean going into an office. I'm talking about Magnificent by Armaf. This one is supposed to be a clone of Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne. Grapefruit, bergamot, spices, ginger, vanilla, suede, and cedar. Now this one is gonna have a spicy citrus opening as well. The spices is really just gonna be coming from the spices and ginger that it has in the opening, and it's gonna be more ginger heavy than it is just regular spice heavy. And then as it transitions, you're also gonna notice that citrus, and that's gonna be from that grapefruit bergamot combination. Now that citrus is gonna be pretty balanced, but I am gonna have to go ahead and say that it's gonna be more bergamot citrus than it is grapefruit citrus. So just keep that in mind. And even in the opening, you can still get a faint hint of that suede. So you kind of understand the direction that this fragrance will be moving to. And it's gonna be created with a sweet and earthy dry down. That sweetness from the vanilla, the earthiness is going to be coming from the suede and cedar that is going to be given off. But this is another banger, and this is, like I said, one of my Middle Eastern fragrances that I would easily grab if I needed an everyday scent for the office, working indoors. This is going to be one of the ones that it would be. And this one performs pretty nicely as well, so I don't have to worry about it falling short of a work shift. 8 hours, I'm gonna be good around that time. The number 3 fragrance that we talked about, Magnificent by Armaf. Now this next one, man, if you know, you know. Shout out to my guy Red Mango. Shout out to my guy Danny for suggesting this one. This bitch is a banger, but bro, I hate this damn bottle. Fragrance I'm talking about is Legacy by Armaf. Fam, if y'all saw my unboxing of this fragrance, you know how much this shit pissed me off. The juice was very nice, but the bottle presentation, my cap, bro, it just, the sprayer, which I'm gonna show y'all in a second, but yeah, bro, this presentation was just terrible. Some of the notes that you're gonna have in this is gonna be rosemary, lavender, sage, jasmine, rose, cedar, and oak moss. Very bright opening, fam. Bright opening from that rosemary combined with that lavender and sage. That's really what you're gonna notice up front in this fragrance. The rosemary almost gives it like a little bit of freshness, while the sage and lavender adds a little bit of an aromatic feel to the fragrance. And in the mid, that's when you're gonna get a little bit more of those floral notes that comes out. Now it is still gonna have a little bit of freshness, but it's gonna be a fresh floral scent by the time it hits the mid. Then the mid, you're gonna have more of that jasmine and rose that comes out, but it's more so gonna be jasmine than the rose. So it does have a nice freshness that's in there, and it's still gonna give you that uplifting, upbeat feeling while you're rocking this. And then in the dry down, it goes more towards that woody, earthy dry down coming from that cedar and oak moss. Very nice fragrance. This is another one that I would suggest that'll be good for the office, but this will just be another good casual everyday scent. Something that you can throw on, especially during the day, and feel good about yourself. I just pray that y'all get a better, bro, I just pray that y'all get a better one than this. I hope y'all see how that bitch is spraying. Number 4 fragrance, Legacy by Armaf. Now one thing I forgot to mention is most of these fragrances are going to be around that average to above average. The lowest performing fragrance on this list is going to be around 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours. Outside of that, most of these are going to be 8+. So the next Armaf fragrance is going to be Le Parfait by Armaf. Bam, this is a very nice green Irish tweed meets a Ventus. If they were to have a baby, it would be called Le Parfait. Black currant, pineapple, lemon, spicy notes, rose, vanilla, patchouli. Now out of all the fragrances on this list, I do have to say that this one probably has the most syntheticness out of all of them. Now, this isn't heavy on the synthetic, but it is noticeably synthetic, especially in that open. But once you get past that, you start to pick up some of that sweetness that this fragrance has in it, as well as some of the spiciness that's just gonna be given off. That sweetness is gonna be coming from the black currant mixed with the pineapple, and then the spiciness is really just gonna be coming from the spicy notes that this fragrance has in it. Very nice, very beautiful. I personally get more of the green Irish tweed than I do a Ventus. So if you're somebody that likes that green Irish tweed DNA as well as the Ventus DNA, this is gonna be one that you need to check out. Another one that's BOB safe, so it's gonna be under $20. Another banger that you can't wear in the office, and this one is gonna be more on the playful side in the office, but still mature and still good for the occasion that you're rocking it in. The number 5 fragrance, Le Parfait. 2 more to go, so hold on with me, man. Another fragrance that you can rock in the office. This is gonna be another business safe fragrance. Another one of those that you wanna more so keep during the day than at night. But it's a goodie, I promise. Just For You by Armaf. This one is supposed to be cloning or twisting Gentlemen Only by Givenchy. Pink pepper, bergamot, nutmeg, cedar, and leather. The main thing that you're gonna notice in the opening is gonna be that spiciness. The spice is coming from that nutmeg and pink pepper, but then it does have that citrus note from the bergamot. Another one that has a cedar, so it has a woody dry down. But this was mixed with a little bit of leather. And once it hits that point, you still have the spiciness from the opening, but the bergamot came out a lot more, and that's gonna be one of the things that you're gonna pick up in the dry down of this. A very nice citrus, spicy, leather fragrance in the dry down of this one. Very nice. This is gonna be another one of the ones that's not gonna perform the best. So it's gonna be slightly above average, more so around that $6 to $7 range. So if that's a problem, you can easily just reapply. But for the office, just for going around casually, great first impression, trying to present a great first foot forward, this is one that'll be good for those situations, man. Coming in at that number 6 spot, just for you. Now, last but not least, this is probably gonna be my most controversial fragrance, because me and other people, we get so many different things with this fragrance, but it is good, and I have to put this on the list. Odyssey Homme White Edition from Armaf. Fam, this bitch is a beautiful one. Pink pepper, grapefruit, sea notes, amber, and guac wood. Fam, I get 2 different fragrances from this, but I get one the most. Personally, I think that this is a nice Invictus twist. I think that it's an Invictus twist because it has a huge profile from Invictus with that grapefruit and sea notes combination, as well as the woodiness from the dry down that it has. But then with that amber feel, it gives it more of a stronger with you DNA as well. So it's almost like it's those 2 combined, but it's still more of Invictus for me than it is stronger with you. But it is a nice mixture between the 2. If you like both of those fragrances, this is gonna be one that you're gonna wanna check out because it's gonna have a nice representation from Invictus as well as stronger with you, especially in the dry down. That's when that stronger with you DNA more so comes out. But in the opening, it's gonna be a lot of Invictus for me. Last but not least, Odyssey Homme White Edition. Banger. But that's gonna be the video right there, man. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about these. Do you have these fragrances in your collection? And if you do, which one of these is the most present for you? Which one would you suggest to somebody go buy yesterday? You know what I'm saying? Do I have one of those on the list? Or do you think that these are something that you might have to try and sample yourself before you can recommend it to somebody? Let me know down in the comment section. Let's get it started. But with all that being said, we about to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope y'all have a phenomenal day. Stay on your square. Stay on your purpose. Don't let nobody take you off of it, fam. D4G, truly blessed. Destined for greatness. We out.